Interior Alaska. Glaciers, waterfalls, mountains stacked upon mountains that reach up to the clouds, rivers that have never even been named. Land on a gravel bar down low where there's a sizable enough river channel to accommodate a super cub and then push upwards. It's a unique experience each time I go, and always it's me and my brother Danny looking out for each other. This is a trip into Dall sheep country. I'm Steven Ranella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater.
You know, hunting season, you get in better and better shape. You know, you get your legs. But the way Dall sheep hunting, you're going in August, you know, and you haven't had a chance to get tuned up yet. It's like really jumping into the deep end of the pool.
Yep. Yep. And it comes for me, at least, after 2 weeks at the fish shack, sitting in a boat, doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm in tip-top shape.
No, but, you know, 2 or 3 days, you feel pretty good.
The laws governing Dall sheep hunting in Alaska are complex and strict. First and foremost, a non-resident of the state must be accompanied by either a certified guide or a close relative who is a legal resident. Lucky for me, my brother Danny has been a resident of Alaska for over 20 years.
You know, the first time I went sheep hunting with you, we cut the sleeves off our shirts and made glacier glasses with duct tape. It was so hot. This is kind of like more of what you imagine, man. Cool.
I marvel at how green we were. We were so ambitious that we hiked through the sheep country and into the goat country and spent days hunting there.
Yeah, I'll never forget the one obviously not legal ram curl around the side of that mountain, and then us deciding to go over there and for whatever reason verify absolutely certainly that wasn't legal.
I think there was a hope that he wasn't alone too.
Yeah.
But man, after how many days of hunting and you finally see a ram, it's like, you might as well get up there and give it all you got.
Yeah.
That was very challenging terrain.
That was grueling, but you know what? In terms of lessons learned, kind of like getting inspired to figure something out, I think about that trip.
Oh, yeah.
More than probably any other hunting I've been on, man.
Yeah, that trip taught me how to look at a map and decide if it's huntable terrain or not.
Yep. Alaska hunts are always how long?
9 days, 10 days.
Yeah, and I think it's because you're building in the losing of time, you know?
Yeah.
You're building in the weather delays and complications.
Yeah, we could wake up tomorrow and it could be fog all the way down to the valley floor.
Man, just to have a couple days of just being able to run those ridges in good weather, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. If the weather cooperates, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Sheep hunters think in terms of river drainages, as in, we're gonna take 9 days to hunt out this drainage. When traveling in this country, your movement isn't just governed by the landscape, it's dictated by the landscape. You don't go where you want to go, you go where it lets you go. You side trip into all of the tributaries as you hike, and eventually you find the source of the flowing water. Often, you go beyond that. Most of the time, you're looking up for sheep. If you find one you're legally allowed to hunt, You go after it. If you don't, you look some more.
It's a ram. Definitely not a contender. How old do you think that is, Dan? Hard to say, huh?
Not old enough.
No, he's halvesies. For them to be legal, they gotta be near death from old age. There's a thing on a sheep called a lamb tip, and it's the first year's growth. So if you look at if you were to find a lamb right now, like that was born this spring, it'd have these little horns. A Dall ram can be legal if he does what's called brooming and busts off or rubs off both lamb tips. And that's what gives a sheep its like blunt look. So it can be legal by having two broomed sides. Those are rare, rare, rare. The other way it can be legal is if you look from the side and it describes a 360-degree circle, and that's called a full curl ram. That's the easiest way, is to find one just the horn goes round, comes all the way back around. Finally, a sheep's horn grows during the summer. They totally stop growing in the winter. They start growing again, and it creates these rings on them called annuli. If you can count 8 of those rings, it's legal. A 10-year-old ram is real old. When they get to be 8 or 9, they really start dropping off, rate of death to even an unhunted population. 13, if you get that old, you're not gonna get any older. You're gonna be dead. So when you get to like a 10-year-old ram, that's an old ram.
In the mountains, hunting for Dall sheep, you pray for the sun and you dread the fog. Then the fog comes, and it stays.
Without any visibility, man.
Yeah, no point going any higher till we can see something.
I mean, if they're there, you're just stumbling through them. When you're running it through your head, before going, you're always like, oh yeah, you get fogged in for a day.
Yeah.
And when it happens, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I guess it just is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saves a lot of sheep's lives, man. So how long we've been sitting in the fog?
Kind of lost track of time.
3, 4 hours.
4 hours, probably.
I hate it. I hate it, hate it. You view the fog as a nemesis, man, and it kind of like, now and then, if you could step out of the perspective of a hunter and look, it's gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like respecting your enemy.
I'm having difficulty taking on that perspective right now.
No, I know, I look at it with loathing and hatred, but then you realize it is kind of cool looking. But just, you gotta be in the zone, So when it clears up, you're within striking distance of the good stuff. There's a Luna Leopold quote, "Rivers are the gutters through which run the ruins of continents." You read about how the Appalachian Mountains at one time were jagged. It's hard to picture how they got ground down. Then you come here, you can watch a mountain get destroyed. And this ice, you're just still witnessing the tail end of the Ice Age. You think about the fact that there are mountains that are lifting faster than all this stuff can tear them down.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. There's some giant landslides that were just like entire mountainsides cave away that they detect on seismometers.
Oh, you can tell it happened.
Yeah, and they'll have like a general idea of where it's at, and some people fly over and just see what we're like. It's an entire mountainside. It's just...
Oh, dude, if you sat here long enough, you'd be dead, man.
Oh, yeah. It's a little unnerving, just...
Something's gonna eventually dust you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, those processes are so hard to visualize because, humans can't, conceptualize the time, right?
Yeah.
That it takes. When you come here and you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it.
Let's go before a rock falls on it.
Yeah. sow grids with
Oh.
2 cubs.
Yeah, the black ones are 2 cubs. Oh, they're dark.
She stole some black bear cubs.
Yeah.
When I'm hunting here, I'm in a constant state of awe. Thousands of square miles of land, largely untouched by human presence, with a thriving diversity of large land mammals unmatched anywhere in the country.
It's like whitetails. Oh, he lost his buddies.
Of course, all that incredibleness can feel like small consolation when you're not finding what you're looking for.
Man, there's all sheep back here.
You got another hanging valley that looks phenomenal and has no freaking sheep in it. What's that next valley? Do we have a name for it?
Moraineville.
The Moraine Valley. This is Triple Nipple. We're gonna run out of valleys.
Yeah.
Damn, man. We're up toward the head of another arm of this drainage. You see this big glacial moraine. All this stuff busted off the mountains by ice. There's a band of ewes and lambs up there, snow on the peaks. And down there where Danny just crossed, it's almost like biblical. With water coming out of rock, but this big moraine is actually piled up, covered up the stream. There's where the stream busts free from all that rock. Just crazy up here, man. It's like the earth at work. A few rams up here. And there's one in the group that's just like so close to being legal. You just kind of want to make him legal in your head. But he's not full curl. He's not groomed on either side, let alone 2. And he might be 8, like probably 8. It's just too hard to say, man. Take a look. I just want you to be like absolutely as comfortable as I am. There's no sense of taking that ram seriously.
He's wide. His horns come low, like to his jawline. Like, different angle, closer look. But like, I don't know, you know.
I'm saying, would you ever feel comfortable shooting that ram?
Based on what I've seen right now, no.
Okay. Ooh, he's getting thick on that one. He's pushing him around.
Who's instigating it?
Big one came over and stood the one up and butted him a little bit.
Really?
Showing him his boss.
Surprised he's feeling threatened.
No, he's just playing. He's just stretching out. In another year, he might be full curl.
As much as the rain and fog are a part of the mountains, it's nearly impossible to love them as much as you love the mountain itself. I think it's because the rain and fog keep you from enjoying the very thing that they help comprise. Your spouse's faults make them the person that you love, but my God, those faults are still annoying.
You know, they do annual surveys in areas to see like how many rams are around. That the thing that determines success rates of hunters, hunting Dall sheep, isn't tied to the availability of rams, it's tied to the weather.
Yeah. Besides your ability to hunt those rams. Yeah, yeah.
Total sheep season's 30 some days, 40 days.
42, I think.
Yeah, you can just picture, if you get this for all that time.
Yeah.
With fog and rain.
Fog and rain, some early snow. It's really gonna put a damper on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who named the Alaska range? Dall.
Really?
The guy who picked up the name for Dall sheep named the Alaska range the Alaskan range, but then later dudes switched it to the Alaska range. And people still use D-A-L-L''S.
Yeah.
But just, I just write D-A-L-L.
Yeah, yeah, in common usage, yeah.
It used to be in the old days, man, like, you could name everything after yourself.
Yeah, like
Stellar.
Stellar, I was gonna, yeah.
Stellar's J, Stellar's Sea Lion. What else did that dude name after?
Sea cow.
Yeah, just walk around being like, that's Steve's berry, Steve's bird. My name's Dall, and that's Dall sheep.
Days go by, and you begin to experience your ever-reducing time left in the mountains, like watching a fortune of money drain away to waste. You go from thinking in terms of days left to hours left, and eventually to minutes left.
When you were a kid, someone said you'd be spending 8 days straight hunting up in Alaska, getting all rained on. You'd be like, sweet. That'd be awesome.
It's kind of awesome, mostly in retrospect, though.
It's totally the thing that you'll like. It'll take months before I'm like, oh, that was a cool trip. I mean, unless we find a ram today.
Yeah. Even after a shitty trip, by the time I'm back in the truck driving home, a lot of times I can't get the next trip out of my mind for a few days. Like, I'm so distracted just thinking about like getting out there again.
You've had 2 clear days, and one of those clear days was a travel day of just walking to a new area. So to be with a clear day in a good area where we can get up high and not be just putting ourselves into the clouds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the first day we've been able to see pretty much every ridge line.
Yeah, there's reasons for optimism. Every time you wind up getting one of these full bowls into view and you hit like the 50% seeing it, 60% seeing it, 70% seeing it, and you start getting that sinking feeling once there's only 10% left.
Yeah, and now we gotta climb out of here. Certify this one sheep free.
Yeah. God, it's almost like if you did find one, you feel bad about getting it, like you got the last man standing.
Some tracks in here.
Yeah. Sheep on that distant hill. That's gotta be lambs and ewes, man.
That's gotta be a ram.
Oh, man. He doesn't see us.
No, he doesn't see us.
His right horn is legal, his left horn is legal, and then some.
Here's the question. You're not gonna do it from behind him. No. I think we gotta drop down. You think we could get in the gully then and go down? I think so. I think we should just one at a time. You watch him, and I'll start just going and see what it takes to get.
nice at this fog for once. Get some fog. It's risky because there's no real cover behind us. I think some of that crag that he's sitting in may block his view. Okay. He hasn't got up to feed yet. I'm sure eventually he's gonna get up. Hopefully he'll feed, down in our direction, not the other way. But man, they're wary. They don't get that old by laying around, not paying attention to what's going on. We have to go down this scary ass chute, lose a bunch of elevation, and then pop up toward them and try to find them again. You work so hard to find one, and then you find one, and then all you can think about is all the ways you're gonna screw it up. It's still fun.
We need to close 1,000 yards, which feels like 1,000 miles. Again, you can only walk where the mountain lets you.
Let's just see how it sounds.
And here, the degraded shale cascades from below your boots and sends sound ricocheting throughout the basin.
Frick.
It's hard going as is, and it's especially hard to go quietly.
It's just like, there's no way. You could go see how bad it is, or just side hill. And see how far we are from this spot. I mean, it's been a long time.
Oh, it's been a long time.
It's been hours. We could get around that way, or we should check this way. Just to see what's going on.
Stalking a ram requires you to stay out of view, sometimes for hours. You have to consider that the ram's life doesn't pause just because you're getting cliff hung on some rock slide. So you get to wondering if you're stalking something that's still there, or if he's long gone.
He's still there. We're not gonna get in range this way. How far is he now? 640. That ridge goes right up to him. Yeah, that'd be great, but I just don't know how full of waterfalls that son of a bitchin' thing is, man. Or the waterfalls don't matter, the cliffs. Shit, man. The odds of us getting over there and down the next chute without him seeing us, well, at this point, too, I don't know how we're gonna get out of here.
You mean out?
To leave.
Yeah.
I'm not confident we're gonna get down that bottom.
We got him. I think we just have to take our chances going out the bottom.
No, I know that. I mean, how we
If we could even get to the bottom.
forget the sheep. Let's say he doesn't exist anymore. How do we get out of here?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's moving.
Yeah.
Did we spook him?
Did he wind us? All the wind's going his direction. No way.
We ain't getting down there.
There's no way to get over there. That's funny. That's a lot of work.
We watch as the ram tops out and passes into a drainage that would take us a day to reach, but we're simply out of time. We have a bush plane scheduled to pick us up and families waiting at home.
This could have happened a few days ago. We have a chance to do it.
It's like any other kind of hunt, another one could come along. Not sheep one. That's the real heartbreak of it all.
The finality of it.
I'm not having any woulda, coulda, shoulda either. There was nothing else.
No, there's nothing
There's
else
no
there.
other way. If we had to do it all over again.
Dude, just the simple fact of trying not to die, you'd have had to gone right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. In a lot of ways, man, as victims of layout, victims of geography, man.
Yeah.
It could have been 400 yards instead of 600 yards.
Yeah.
But then what are you gonna do? Once you get up there, there's just like no way. Because you're blocked by a cliff on the bottom, or innumerable cliffs.
Our stink's blowing right at them.
There's just no approach. I was never feeling cocky about that.
No.
No, I wasn't like getting my skin and knife out or anything, man.
I'm barely even disappointed. I never really got my hopes up.
That's why I'm gonna quit hunting and start golfing, man. It's like no matter what, you're like, hey, I did it. I played golf. It was a success.
In the end, you get to a point where you just have to give up and go home. The land beat you, or the sheep beat you, just by running out the clock. Now all you have is a long walk out with plenty of time to spend in your own head. So you think about how you'll get too old to do this eventually. Getting back into places like this can break your body. Knees give out, backs go bad, lungs get tired and half useless. That's a painful thing to look ahead to, but it's not nearly as bad as it is to think about leaving this place. One just hurts your body, the other breaks your heart.